It was just another dull Friday afternoon at Redwood High, seventh period calculus. The week was nearly over, and spring break was a few hours away. Everyone was restless, staring at the clock, waiting for the bell. Our teacher, Mr. Handley, wasn't one of those strict types. He suddenly closed his textbook and said, "No test today, let's relax." He pulled up a trivia site on the projector and started a game. We were laughing, joking, just trying to survive the last class of the week. Then it happened. The dean's voice burst through the loudspeaker, panicked and shaky. "This is not a drill. All teachers lock down, now!" Every sound in the room died. My stomach dropped. Mr. Handley, usually so calm, sprinted to the lights, turned them off, and told us to get against the back wall. We crouched in total silence. After a minute, the faint hum of the ceiling panel cut out. The power was gone. The only light came from the hallway's dim emergency bulbs bleeding under the door. Then we heard it. A man screaming somewhere in the building. Two girls started crying. The man's voice got closer, echoing through the halls, unhinged, furious. "I'll kill all of you!" He slammed locker doors, one by one, getting closer and closer until he reached ours. The pounding on our classroom door rattled the hinges. "Open up!" he screamed. A girl shrieked, and someone covered her mouth. Mr. Handley mouthed, "Don't move." The pounding went on for what felt like forever, until it suddenly stopped. The footsteps faded down the hall, the voice still echoing, insane, distant. 10 minutes later, the dean's voice came back on, trembling. "The intruder has fled the main hall. Stay where you are." We learned later that a man, apparently mentally unstable, had entered through the unlocked front doors and attacked the woman at reception. They weren't sure if he was armed. That night, a janitor found a man sleeping in a supply closet near the back of the school. A revolver, .44 Magnum, was reportedly sticking out of his pocket. By the time the police arrived, he was gone. None of us ever found out who he was, and I still wonder if he ever left Redwood High at all.
At Maplewood Middle School, lunch was split into 2 sessions. The first for the 6th graders, and the second for everyone else. It was early October. Gray skies, light rain, and that heavy air that made everything feel colder than it was. I was sitting with my friends during first lunch when we heard 4 sharp booms. At first, I thought it was thunder, but then people started screaming. The sound didn't roll like thunder. It cracked, short and violent. Campus security rushed in, shouting for everyone to get inside the multi-purpose room. Kids dropped their food, trays clattering on the floor. Teachers were pulling students by the arms, trying to move hundreds of panicked kids at once. The multi-purpose room was massive, its entire back wall made of glass windows facing the playground. The first thing the staff did was run to the curtains and pull them shut. No one was allowed near the doors. I sat on the floor with my friend Evan, who kept whispering, "What's going on?" He finally asked one of the teachers, who whispered something back. When he returned, his face was pale. "There's some guy across the street from the school," he said. "He's barricaded himself inside his house, and he's threatening to shoot the cops if they try to evict him." Someone gasped. Another kid started crying. We learned later the man had been watching kids from his window all morning, just standing there, staring. According to the police, he was mentally unstable and registered as a sex offender. We were locked in that room for over an hour. The air was thick with sweat and fear. Teachers tried to keep everyone calm, but the kids kept whispering about what they'd seen. A man in a gray hoodie pacing by the fence, a shadow moving behind the glass. When it was finally over, officers escorted us back to class in small groups. Nobody talked. Nobody laughed. That night, my friend Brandy told me something that made my skin crawl. She lived across from that same man's house. On Halloween the year before, she saw him through his window, cutting his arm and writing on the glass in blood. The words said, "Don't come here or I'll kill you." She thought it was a Halloween prank. Now we knew it wasn't.
I was 22, fresh out of college, when I got a job at my old high school, Brookvale High, working as a computer technician in the school's basement. The basement was a maze of cables, old monitors, and humming servers. But tucked away in one corner was our IT office, surprisingly nice compared to the chaos around it. 3 desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat-screen TV on the wall, and the holy grail of any school employee. I shared the space with 2 co-workers, Derek and Marcus, both of whom had been my old computer teachers. They helped me get the job and treated me more like a friend than a former student. That afternoon, they were upstairs working on some paperwork, and I was alone eating my sandwich when my desk phone rang. It was a woman from the front office. Her voice was tense. "The school is on lockdown. Someone may have entered the building armed." My stomach dropped. There was nothing between me and the open hallway but a doorway. No door, no lock, no real protection. I turned off every light in the office, even the faint glow from my monitor. The hum of the servers suddenly felt deafening. I crouched behind my desk, texting Derek and Marcus. No reply. Minutes passed, then 20. The silence pressed in like a weight. That's when I heard it, the creak of the basement door echoing across the concrete floor. I froze. Footsteps came down the stairs, slow and uneven, scuffing against the tile. Then faster, running. Someone entered the basement. The footsteps came closer. They were heading straight for the IT office. I slid under my desk, my heart pounding so hard I could hear the blood in my ears. The figure stepped into the room, but didn't turn on the lights. The air felt charged, like whoever was there could sense me hiding. Then, in the suffocating dark, my phone vibrated and chimed, a single echoing ding that sliced through the silence.
I bit my tongue to keep from gasping. The footsteps turned toward me.
The sound of my phone notification still echoed in my head when the footsteps stopped just a few feet from my hiding spot. I could see a faint silhouette, a man, standing near the desk, unmoving. I clenched my fists, trying not to breathe. Then, slowly, the shadow moved closer. My instincts took over. I scrambled out from under the desk, throwing my hands up and shouting, "Please, don't shoot! Don't hurt me!" A rough hand grabbed my arm. "Hey, it's okay," a voice said quietly. "I'm just hiding down here too. What's going on upstairs?" He stepped into a sliver of light coming from the hallway. He looked like any ordinary parent. Red plaid shirt, jeans, baseball cap. His tone was oddly calm. I stammered something like, "They said someone might have a gun. Who are you?" He didn't answer right away. He just asked, "Is there a way out of here?" I pointed toward the far end of the basement. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely form words. Then I remembered my phone, the message that had caused all this. I checked it. It was from Derek. "Dude, it's insane. Some guy shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs." I looked up. The man was watching me. He saw the realization hit me. Neither of us moved for a second. Then I bolted. A deafening gunshot exploded behind me, the bullet ricocheting off something metal. Sparks flashed in the darkness. My ears rang. I sprinted toward the stairwell, taking them 3 at a time, not daring to look back. When I burst through the door at the top, officers were already there, guns drawn, shouting commands. Seconds later, the basement door swung open behind me, and the man in the red shirt stumbled through. They tackled him instantly. He'd shot my old teacher, Mr. Buckley, someone he apparently knew, though no one ever learned why. Mr. Buckley survived, but that sound, that echoing gunshot in the dark, it still lives in my head. Even now, years later, whenever I pass Brookvale High, I feel it. That same chill, that same thought. If my phone hadn't made a sound, I probably wouldn't be alive to tell you this.
Today's story ends here, but the terror never does. Subscribe before the next story finds you first. See you in the next nightmare.